my name is Marlene, and I'm a developer advocate for Voltron Data. So I think the key takeaways from my session are mainly about trying to make big data feel small. So I talked about IBIS, which is an open source Python project that allows you to work with larger than memory data on your local machine. So I feel like mainly I was trying to demonstrate, and I used art and just some metaphors of like elephants and things just to demonstrate how you can work with very large data sets using Python, because usually you can't do that. So I think that was a key takeaway from my talk. So IBIS supports a range of backends. The main default backend is DuckDB, but it also supports backends like Postgres, SQL, MySQL. It supports some of the larger distributed backends like Google BigQuery, Snowflake DB, and also things like PySpark as well. So it's very open. So if you are someone that's looking to get started in contributing to open source, it's one of my favorite projects to contribute to. The maintainers are very friendly, so you can actually just go ahead and ask them questions, or you could even just like message them on Twitter or something like that. And it's super open to contributions. The whole project is written in Python. So if you're a Python dev and looking to contribute to a growing project, I think it's a good one to start with. I think big data is just going to get bigger. And I think what I would love to see is more of the trend towards open standards, for us to have similar standards to be able to move data around between database engines, between languages as well. I love Apache Arrow, for example, which allows people to do that. I also think there's a trend, of course, towards more machine learning and AI. And in the Python world, that's becoming increasingly popular. So I think one of the trends is actually for software engineers and developers to try to keep up with things like ChatGPT and actually integrate those things into their work to become more productive. So I definitely think sustainability is important. I think particularly for large organizations, making sure that you're being conscious about the people coming behind you, whether that's really focusing on good technical documentation. I think that's a key priority of every open source project, or even if it's a project isn't open source. I think that's a big one. And like sustainability, I think even in the green sense, like I know there's also a big move for sustainability of the earth. And that's something that's hard, I think, particularly for distributed systems, because we are working with such big data. And I think for us, just being conscious of the work that we're doing and trying to offset some of the things that we do. So maybe flying a bit less or things like that. Walking instead of driving could be a good idea. But yes, sustainability in that sense, I think, is great. Yes, I love the event. It's been so fun so far. I've met people from all around the world, and that's been fantastic. I will definitely, if they will have me back, I will definitely be back next year for sure. Thank you.